Hello, and welcome to this B's and T's Extra. I'm your host, Sebastian. I have some treats over here. There you go. I also have some drinks over here. So this is going to be the maybe long-awaited food trial. Now, to be fair, some of these some of them are actually open. Some of them I have tried before, but I still wanted to go ahead and kind of show you. Kind of talk about them a little bit. And then some of these I have not tried yet, and definitely I'm looking forward to. All right, so I'm not going to go in any real particular order here. Since these are already open, I'll go ahead and talk about these first, I guess. So I guess that's kind of an order. Anyway, this is McVitie's Hobnobs. These are out of England, of course. There you go, made in England. So what hobnobs are? There's two different ones that McVitie's makes. There are hobnobs, and then there are oh wow, my mind is blanking on the other one. Digestives. So one of them is oat, and one of them is wheat, I believe. These are the oat cookies. So this is the normal way that they come with the oat cookie and then the chocolate. You can also get them without chocolate, or you can get them with dark chocolate, I believe. Those are the only ones that I'm aware of. There may be other ones in England. I don't know. Oh, hi. Hey, sweetie. And apparently Selena has come to visit. Oh, and you're purring, too. Hi, sweetie. You going to sit down and visit? I don't think she cares about any of this. So, no, she's just going past, I think. So they come in a little tube here. And then you've got, the cookies. Now these, okay, there we go. Some of these did melt a little bit, so some of these might not look as nice as they would otherwise. I guess you can see kind of where the other cookie was stuck to it a little bit, but you can kind of see the general idea. So you got it's like an oatmeal cookie. Well, it's not super sweet like American oatmeal cookies. Hey, nope, no, come on, nope. She's into my sodas over here. Please don't knock over those sodas. I cannot replace them. But anyway, so you got the oatmeal cookie, and then you've got the chocolate on the top. Okay, so this is not as sweet as American cookies, biscuits. So, sorry. I'm going to try to talk without, after I still have my mouth full. It's hard to explain because the texture is different than a regular oatmeal cookie. It's what's the word I'm thinking of? It's not smooth. It's kind of, I don't want to say gritty because that sounds bad, but it has more of a texture to it. You can kind of see. But I'm not necessarily going to eat the whole thing of all of them, but you can see, well, there we go. You can kind of see where it's got more texture to it. Not like a regular smoother oatmeal cookie from the U.S. Tell you what, I'm going to put that down. So, sorry, I really will be here forever if I'm eating every cookie of every one of these. So, that's something I will finish later. So yeah, it's a lot different. It's good, but it's, I don't know. I apologize. It's a little hard to explain. But I mean, they're worth a try. There is a store for anybody who's in the South. There's a store called Publix. They're in the Carolinas, and I think maybe Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. They have an international section that have a lot of these things. So if you have a store that has an international section, especially if they have an English section, some of these you might be able to find. So that might be worth taking a look at. All right. So let's go, since we seem to be going England first. These I've not opened yet, but I have actually, and look at this. Hold on. She's just happily sitting on the... There we go. Sitting on my side here. Sweet girl. These I have had before, but I haven't opened these. These are called Jammy Dodgers. So, essentially what they are, they're 2 little shortbread cookies, and then they've got raspberry jam in the middle of them. That's pretty simple. I have no idea, and once again, these are, let's see, these are England or Dublin. Okay, so they're UK, but technically I guess they're Irish, but these are pretty straightforward. These are really good with tea, of course. Hobnobs are actually really good with tea as well. One thing I did not bring over, which I maybe should have, was stroopwafels, but I do not actually have any tea. So, this is... So they're pretty big. They're pretty decent size. You can see, in relation to my hand, how big they are. There we go. So pretty big. You got the 2 cookies, and then you got the raspberry. That's mostly in the middle, but it's a little bit on the sides too, a little bit on the bottom. But these are just basic shortbread cookies, so nothing particularly, different about them. So very soft and crumbly. And you really do get the raspberry, even though it's thicker in the middle. There is still a little... There we go. You can still see the raspberry even through the rest of it. Once again... sorry. Once again, these are not as sweet as maybe cookies that you get in the US, but they are sweeter than the Hobnobs. So if you're a fan of raspberry, like raspberry jam, also of shortbread cookies, these are definitely good. They'll be good to find. There you go. I just wanted to get kind of to the middle there, so you can see it's a nice thick jam in the middle. It's not runny or anything. I didn't think about this part of it. I also didn't think about getting something to drink. So also for some of these, if you guys have a World Market, now I know those are around the United States. World Market will have some of these. I know World Market for sure has Hobnobs, and I think they have some versions of the next thing I'm going to grab. I don't think it's necessarily this brand name, but I think they have something of that sort. So I believe this is also with England, but I know these are also in other countries as well. Okay, this is also Dublin. But I think there are other countries that make versions of these. So this is called Jaffa Cake. And what it is it's really a different, here, let me go ahead and open it. So this is, like I said, this is one of the brand names, Jacob's. McVitie's might make one. McVitie's makes a bunch of different stuff. And so they're like a big company in the UK. So you got a little tray here. But yeah, so you might not necessarily see this version of Jaffa Cakes, but Jaffa Cakes are too hard to find in the United States if you have this kind of international markets. And once again, the two kind of squish together a little bit, so you're seeing a little bit of the other cake. But it's spongy, really soft. So you got this spongy cake on the bottom, and then you got the chocolate on the top here, but in the middle, there it is, orange. So it is, now is this dark chocolate or milk chocolate? It looks like dark. It is dark chocolate. Okay. So it is sponge cake, dark chocolate, and orange. So, chocolate and orange, especially dark chocolate and orange, is a very European thing. When I was visiting Italy, it was a big thing over there. The one time that I was able to get to England many years ago, it was a big thing there. In countries other than, all around Europe, chocolate orange is a really big thing. Now, not as much in the U.S., although we're finally starting to catch up. You're starting to see some of those, some of the ones that are shaped like an orange, and they come out in slices like an orange, and you you kind of hit it to kind of split it apart. I think those might be from Cadbury, I think. They're kind of in a purple sort of container. That one I do not have, but those are easier to find. Those are really good. So, once again, it's the actual cake itself. There's not much to it. It's just a sponge cake, so there's not much flavor. The real sweetness comes from the orange in the middle. Now, it's not tart. It's not tart like a real orange. It's more of that sweet orange marmalade sort of thing. Marmalade jam, that sort of thing. And it's not much, but it's a strong enough flavor that it doesn't really have to be much. You get plenty of flavor just in the amount that's here. So that is also a really good one. So that is Jaffa Cakes. There you go, Jaffa Cakes. And once again, these are all ones so far that I know that I've tried. Sticking with England for just a little bit longer, that is the section that I was in the most. Now, is this just UK? No, this is Nestle. Trying to see. Don't know. I'm not sure that it actually says what country particularly. Oh, UK. Okay, no, this is UK. Okay. A lot of times they actually have a country, but it just says UK. So, this is the Milky Bar. So, milk is the #1 ingredient. Yeah, this is actually a really big bar. So what this is white chocolate. That's really just it. It's just white chocolate. I will show you. Oh, good. Actually, I had a little bit that broke apart here. And it's from Nestle. So I would think this would be easy to find, probably in places like World Market. Oh, there we go. So it's got a little Nestle on there. There we go. Anyway, but yeah, got a little Nestle. They come in these little thingies. We just break apart. And of everything I've tried so far, these are the sweetest. These would be the closest to something that you would get in the U.S. Obviously there are white chocolate bars in the United States, and so these would be the closest. Sorry, I have a chair over here that I'm put my used stuff in, so I get out of the way. So that's pretty sweet. So that one would be a lot closer to kind of American palates usually, because let's face it, we usually like our sweets sweeter than England and Europe and that sort of area. So that is the Milky Bar. It's really nothing special. Like, there's not much to really say about it other than it's just white chocolate. And it's very, very sweet and very good. I think this is the last one. Well, this is the last food from England. Well, actually, I don't even think. Actually, these are American. But so these are based on a English. Well, I mean, since I already talked to you about it, I didn't realize these were actually American. But they usually call them ginger nuts in the in England and the UK. We call them ginger snaps here in the U.S. I didn't realize this was actually an American company, but I guess I should have by the name. No. We are not scratching at the new couch. No. Miss Thing? I don't think so. But, I mean, since I've talked about them already, I do have 2 other things that are actually American, but I still wanted to try. So I guess maybe I'll go into those. So, since you guys know what ginger snaps are pretty much, so just a little ginger cookie. These ones in particular are very gingery, which I really like. As you can tell, very hard, very crumbly. These are gingery. They're not the gingeriest ones I've had. The ginger nuts that you tend to get from the U.S., I don't know what, I mean the UK, and I don't know why they're called ginger nuts, but, yeah, there you go. Those actually tend to be even gingier. It has a little bit of a bite at the end, But overall, again, not super super sweet, even though they're from the U.S. Very good with tea. Yeah, with coffee too. Hot chocolate perhaps. But probably tea would be best. I'll tell you what. I just want to get into American. But once again, but good, you know. So there are companies that are snappier, I guess, than others. You know, it would just be kind of a preference to try a couple and see how they are. The Stouffer's, you can get in pretty much any grocery store. So I did not realize that when I grabbed it. Since I'm talking about a few American things, let me go ahead. I just wanted to do one of these, even though I know these are American. I thought it would be fun. I got some Bean Boozled. So what happens with these is, you can see, you've got two jelly beans of the same color. One is going to be good, and one is going to be bad. Such as there is for the kind of yellowy one, rotten egg or butter popcorn. The blue one can either be toothpaste or berry blue. The orange one can either be dirt or peach. The one I'm really worried about that I don't want to grab, the red one, can either be old bandage or pomegranate. So that's that sort of stuff. So let me grab. I'm going to grab a random one here. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I just want to grab maybe one or two at the most here. And kind of give myself a little Bean Boozled challenge. So a little extra. Alright, not looking. Oh, no. I'm not doing the red ones. I'm not that brave. Okay. I think this is the peach or... Yeah, I think this is peach or barf. Alright. Peach. Alright, do I dare try again? Maybe one more. Let me finish with the peach. Ooh. Okay, this is, oh god. This is rotten egg or butter popcorn. Okay. I'll do the last one. So, you can get these in all sorts of containers. There's one with a little spinner on the top. You can just get these little bags. But it will tell you on the back what you got. And again, like I said, these are American. But, alright, last one. Unless this is bad, then I might wait to get a good one. Okay. So what did I say? Water butter popcorn? Rotten egg or butter popcorn? Oh, God. Butter popcorn! 2 for 2. Alright. I am not tempting fate on that one. I'm actually not a huge fan of the butter popcorn. Oh, I'll see you looking at me. That is actually my husband's favorite flavor, but I mean, it does taste buttery. I'm not gonna lie. It really does taste like butter popcorn, but not really a huge favorite of mine. But anyway. And these also were ones, and I'm sure they're American. Yeah, Orlando, Florida, apparently. So, bye, Selena. One of my favorite things to drink are the, hold on. Sorry, that one went down a little weird. We're good. Oh god, I'm gonna taste buttered popcorn in my mouth for the rest of this. Alright. I'm gonna, hold on. I will take a drink of one of the things I have here. That's good. Okay. Now my mouth is a little grapey instead, but that's okay. Anyway, so one of the things I love to drink, because you can get them in the 1-gallon containers, are those Arnold Palmer Lights, half and half, so it's like half lemonade, half iced tea. Those are really great. So I saw these at, no, I guess I should have said this at the beginning. When I was at StitchCon, I went to a place called Jungle Gyms, which is this, like, world market on steroids. I mean, they're set up by different countries, and it's just amazing. And so this is where I got, I think, all of these? Yeah, that's where I got all of these, except for the ginger snaps, I believe. I saw these, and obviously they're American, but I was kind of curious, because I'm trying to figure out if these have anything to do with, with the tea, or if this is just a brand. So there's Arnold Palmer half and half fruit snacks. So I don't know if they taste like iced tea and a flavor, or if they just taste like the flavor. There's an original flavor, which I have no idea what the original flavor is. Strawberry, mango, and peach. So I'm going to try and see if I can find one of the peach ones, because I do love peach. Are they individually wrapped, or are they just... No, they're just in here. Okay. Alright. I think that's going to be the original, because it's just... I mean, it's about the color of the iced tea. And it says Arizona on it. It's kind of a firm sort of gummy. This is very firm gummy. Honestly, it doesn't really have all that much of a flavor to it. I'm a little disappointed, honestly. I mean, it doesn't really even taste like the iced tea. Okay, stop finding the originals. Are they all... Oh, Lord, or do they all look the same? Hold on. Am I just really unlucky, or do they all actually look the same? Oh, no, they all look the same. Oh, no, they don't. Oh, some of them have shapes. Okay. So. Oh! Oh, my God. It's a... The one I grabbed is a little tiny gummy can of Arizona tea. Okay. They also have... This is their little kind of, fan sort of logo, which, can you see the logo on here? Not really. Okay. Is that it? Okay. I guess that's kind of what they have. So, I guess this is kind of like Bean Boozled, I suppose. You don't really know what flavor you're getting, apparently. Are there any other... Oh, wait. Okay, this one looks redder. There are some that have slightly different colors. Okay, this was kind of confusing. Let's see what this is. I'm not going to worry about these for too much longer. It's different. It's a different flavor, but I'm not sure what flavor exactly. I'm a little disappointed, actually. Oh well. Anyway. I mean, they're not bad. They don't taste horrible. They just are not... You don't have a whole hell of a lot of taste just by themselves. So, there you go. Once again, these are American, so you could probably find them in grocery stores. Apparently, they're a new thing. So that one has a little bit more flavor. I think that is actually the strawberry. Kind of, as you chew it a little bit more, you get more and more of that strawberry flavor. So that one wasn't bad. That was pretty good. But yeah, so... Not, a tiny bit disappointed in those, but they're not bad. I mean, I'll eat them. Alright. So, now... I'm actually going to save that one to the last. I'm going to save these two to the last. Alright. These are actually open. This is Japanese. The next, this one and the next one will be Japanese. Kasugai. Once again, I've seen these in a lot of different, from different companies. I think Kasugai is one of the big ones. So the packages will be a little bit different, but usually they are the same. Well, they'll have like whatever the fruit is, kind of like, you know, on the front and center there. And these you can find in a lot of places. A lot of even places that a lot of places that will sell like imported toys. You know, ones that'll have like little Japanese sections will a lot of times have these different flavors. And so and they'll have, there's a bunch of different flavors. Some of my favorites. Now I get them. These I did not get from. These I did actually get. I believe I got them from. You know, I don't know if I got these from Jungle Gyms or if I got them from somewhere else because they're already open. But I actually get some of these from Japan when I go to Epcot, which hasn't been in years. But there's some of the flavors I've tried and liked: apple, lychee, grape. mango. What else have I tried? The lychee was surprisingly good. I know I've tried a couple of others I can't think off the top of my head. If you'll notice, especially when we get to the sodas, grape is a favorite flavor of mine. I like kind of anything with a grape flavor, including grapes. So, like I said, see these come a little individually wrapped. Got some Japanese on there, which, obviously I can't read. So, once you open them up, got this little gummy here. And this is pretty firm. And there's nothing in the center. It's not a liquid center. It's solid. But these are really good. They're not not pretty sweet. They're pretty sweet, but they're very flavorful. If you want a gummy where if you eat a grape one, you're definitely eating a grape one. Hey, sweetie, you're just walking all around today. If you want, oh my God, cat, I love you, but Jesus. Hi. You are just being a little diva tonight, aren't you? Yes, you are. But if you want one that is, you want a gummy that's really going to have a lot of flavor, these Japanese gummies would be the ones I'd recommend first. And you can absolutely find a flavor that you will like, because they're in a lot of different flavors. You gonna sit there again? If I pet you, will you sit down? Okay. Alright. So those are really good. Now these I have not opened, but my roommate that went with me at StitchCon, she saw me grab these, and she grabbed her one, and so she gave me one of hers, so I know what they taste like. These are Japanese. Yeah, these are definitely Japanese. They sound weird, but they are super good. So these are a peach flavor of Kit Kat. So anybody who knows about Kit Kats and Japan and stuff know that they do all sorts of flavors. I mean, some really weird flavors. They did also have a green tea and matcha flavor there, which I've had, and it's actually very good. But they didn't, surprisingly, for what that store is, they didn't really stock up on a bunch of Kit Kat flavors. Once again, in like oriental markets, places that sell Japanese toys and things like that, with a little Japanese section, a lot of times you can find some of the Kit Kat flavors. This is the first time I've found the peach, so I don't know how hard these in particular are to come by. But if you can try ones like the matcha, I can't think of the flavors that they have. They do have some other flavors. I know this is kind of melted and reformed. But if you can find these, then they're worth it. Oh, so it comes in this little, once again, individual package. It actually is in English. Okay, and it's falling apart. Yeah, like I said, these melted and reformed. So, okay. There are two itty-bitty little, there we go. They melted and reformed, but there are two little itty-bitty, well, okay, I'm not going to get them apart. Two little mini Kit Kats. These are, you can just see the regular Kit Kat in the middle. I mean, these are really peachy. They're sweet. They're definitely more to an American taste. But I mean, it's not bowl you over sweetness, like bowl you over peachiness, but it's really, really good. If you like a peach flavored something, and you can find these, I would absolutely recommend them because they are amazing. I'm gonna eat the rest of these. Sorry about that. I'm being like the rudest person, eating and talking. I'm just afraid if I wait to talk till after I finish eating, like I said, it's going to take forever. It's already half an hour. I haven't gotten to the drinks yet. Alright, so this is, once again, Kit Kat Peach. Now, I don't know if this is only during the summer. When peaches are more available. Unfortunately, pretty much everything on the back is in Japanese, except for, in America, you have to have the nutritional value and what's in it. But there's a lot of other stuff. Again, this is the Japanese Nestle. So, got a few different Nestle things in here. I believe the white bar, the Milky Bar, that was Nestle as well, wasn't it? I believe, yeah, the white bar was Nestle. The Jaffa Cakes, that's a different company. Yeah, anyway. I've seen Jaffa Cakes that are German, and I think maybe from the Netherlands are up there too. So like I said, so there's a few different types of Jaffa Cakes. Alright. The next one, let me put the trash over here. So, this next one is one that I have not tried yet. Since we're kind of going Asian here. This is a Lay's from, I'm going to guess either China or maybe it's Chinese, I'm not sure. So this is grilled squid flavor. Lay's potato chips, sizzling artificial squid flavor. That's what it says on the back. Product of China. There we go. Okay. PepsiCo China Limited. Okay, so apparently Pepsi owns Lay's. But apparently it's from Shanghai. One thing I did not get that I really do like are these things called shrimp chips. They're pretty much what you think they would be. They're little, and they're not potato chips because they're not made out of potatoes, but they're kind of that little, fried chip sort of thing. And they just taste like shrimp, and they're really good. Again, that's from, I think that's from a lot of countries. That might be Japanese, but I think you can get them elsewhere too. And those are really good. I've had them before. I buy them sometimes, just to munch on them. So let's see. I mean, it smells kind of fishy. They kind of, there we go. Alright. So they're kind of wavy Lays. So there we go. Nothing really particular. They're kind of darker flavoring here. Alright, let's give it a shot. I actually like them. Ooh, it's actually a little spicy. It did say spicy, didn't it? It just said sizzling. Ooh, yeah. Oh, it's got some spice to it. Hold on, where's that drink of mine? Hold on. Alright, Selena, I love you, but I cannot get to my sodas. So, I don't taste squid specifically. Whew. Okay, that's a little spicy. But I do taste that kind of seafoody sort of taste. General seafoody sort of taste. It is good. I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to spices. And it's a little spicier on the back end there. Potato vegetable oil. I don't know what it means by sizzling artificial squid seasoning. MSG, garlic, cumin. Oh. Does have cuttlefish. Oh, this has some. It does say, and squid powder. It does say it has chili. So, I mean, it also says, spices. So I don't know what, I don't know particularly what spices it is. But at least it does say chili. So yeah, so these are good. I will have to eat them very slowly because even one chip is still kind of, still kind of burning my mouth a little bit. Hi, Selena. And you're looking yourself. Okay, good. Thank you, Selena. Let me get another sip of this. And I will explain this drink in a minute, but... Okay. Let that kind of settle for a second there. So they're good. It's going to be hard to eat that whole bag. And it's a pretty... it's a pretty decent sized bag of chips. How many... It doesn't say how many ounces, does it? No, probably not. Oh well. Serving size, half a bag. 30 grams. So, I don't know. Anyway. It doesn't really say how big... But, I mean, it's a pretty big snack size bag. Bigger than the little snack sizes you get in the gas station. But that I might have to have help to eat because it is a bit on the spicy side. So yeah, but taste-wise, they're good. I apologize. My eyes aren't watering, they're just itching. Because, you know, allergies. Alright. Hi, sweetie. Hey. Squid breath. I'm not sure what she thinks about squid breath. Yeah, I'm sorry, that was weird. Did I make it weird, Selena? Did I? Alright. So, there is only one more food before I get to the drinks. Which there's only... Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's two more foods. I apologize. This is one... Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do this one first. Because I wanted to leave this one to last. Because there's a little story behind it. This one, as you can tell, has already been opened. This was something I got. My husband is of German descent. He's got German on both sides of his family, even though he's American. And so, apparently, eating, sorry, having some sinus rage. Eating sausages with mustard is in his genes. So I found this, and I thought, well, that would be interesting to try, because he does like the, those kind of German, ground mustards. So this is Lowensenf, Bavarian style, sweet and spicy mustard. There you go. And once again, there's a bunch of different, and some of these you can find at grocery stores. I guess it's the Bavarian style. I guess that's what you'd be looking for. Because there's a lot of different types of mustards. See if I can kind of get this. You can't really see the detail in it. But, yeah, it's not really going to show it. Damn it. Can I show it maybe behind here? Will it focus on it? No, it's not going to focus on it. Sorry, guys. It's kind of a... It's a very ground mustard. It's got a lot of little bits in it and such. And it's really good. So, it's a very sweet mustard. At least this one is. A lot of times they're a little bit tangier. You know, I didn't have something to... I don't have a sausage to eat it with, so I just want to eat it with a spoon. But this one, at least, is not very strong with the tangy mustard side. It's more of a sweet, interesting texture, kind of lumpy sort of texture mustard. Very, very good. So I don't know if we can find this particular brand name. So I'm guessing it's just the Bavarian style that I want to find. But I just wanted to give that kind of as a little bonus, I guess. Even though it really doesn't have to do with the mostly sweet foods that I'm eating. Okay, now actually for the last food. Looks like maybe for the squid. This is one that had a little story behind it, because it was in the UK section of the of Jungle Gems, and I showed this to an Australian friend of mine, Karen from Fox Rabbit. We talk a bit, and so I showed this to her, and she's like, "That's those cheeky Englishmen. It's not English. It's Australian." And so I think we were talking on Zoom or something, and so I went to get it, because I mean it is. Who is this from? Is this from Nestle? No, I think it's. I don't know. I'm not sure what company it actually is. Does it say? Robin Men's? Anyway, so I went to go look, and look on the back, and I'll be damned if it doesn't actually say made in Australia. So yeah, apparently Jungle Gems was being cheeky and putting it in the UK section. To be fair, though, they also had a section of Tim Tams there, and I know Tim Tams are Australian, so they were lumping Australia and the UK together. You know. But this is called a Violet Crumble. This is another one that I have not tried yet. Now, as far as I know, it has nothing to do with the flavor of Violet, and just has to do with the actual container. So, it says it is a delicious, shattering candy honeycomb. And this is the little tagline that she knew about. It's the way that it shatters that matters. Apparently, that's their thing. Once again, this is probably melted and gone back together, so wow, that is a dark chocolate. So it just comes in a gigantic bar, apparently. Let's see if I can break a little off. Just a little bit. Okay, maybe I'll just bite it off then. Alright, hold on. That's a really weird texture. But it's good. What is the actual... Is honey the actual flavor? Sugar, palm oil, glucose, raising agent. Weirdly enough, beef gelatin. That's strange. Cornstarch. Doesn't really say. I mean, it says it's a candy honeycomb, but I don't know that it's actually a honey. So that is really... So, I don't really know how to explain this. It's... The texture on the inside is super strange. It almost looks like powdered something. It's not powdered, but that's kind of how it looks. I really don't know how to explain this one, guys. I'm sorry. Can I... Okay, well... No, I cannot get it to... Yeah, you can kind of see it there. But... And don't take this the wrong way when I say this. It kind of looks like that yellow... Like, the yellow foam you find inside of, like, couches and stuff. Like, that's what it looks like. I don't know what it tastes like, obviously. It's really good, but I don't really know how to explain it. I mean, it kind of tastes like it could be honey-ish, but I don't see honey listed anywhere in the thing here. So I really don't know. Karen, if you would like to talk to me about this and kind of tell me a little bit more about what it is, I would, I would love to know. Like, what is that on the inside? Why does it have beef gelatin in it? And why is it the way that it shatters that matters? I don't know. There's more questions than answers coming to this. It is good. It's sweet. I do like a dark chocolate. And it's kind of a honey sweet sort of inside, even though, like I said, it's not actually honey. But yeah, I mean, this is the first place that I've seen them as Jungle Gyms, so I don't know if these are hard to find. They might be. Once again, I haven't gone looking for them. But yeah, so that's oh yeah, it does say Australia's violet crumbles. And gluten-free. Well, gluten-free, but definitely not vegetarian. Which is something weird to say about a bar. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to think about the beef gelatin part of it, but whatever. But it's good. I mean, I don't regret eating it, and I will eat the rest of it. So, there's that. Alright, so I have 3 drinks. Where's the other drink? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's being hidden by a cat. Alright, cat. I love you, but I'm gonna have to reach over you. So, this is, I believe, is this American? This is American. But it's not one that I can usually get in the South. Made with 100% cane sugar. Once again, 2 out of these 3 flavors will be grape. So this is Fago, which I think is maybe a North/Midwestern flavor, Midwestern company, which is why I can't usually get it in the South. We have our own different grape flavors. Knee-high really being the best. It's Nehi. But and this is the one I've been sipping a little bit, so I know it's good. I mean, nothing really particularly much to say about it. It's a good grape flavor. It's not too grapey. It's not too sweet. It's good. It's sweet. But it's not overly sweet that, you're going to feel like you need a insulin shot once you finish drinking it. Not a high level of carbonation, which is good. It's not super, super bubbly. It is carbonated, I think, isn't it? Let's see. It is carbonated, but it's a light carbonation, which is nice, so you don't get all burpy and such. So that's kind of nice. Now the second one. Okay, I'm gonna make sure the cat's not gonna knock it over. This one I may have to pause and do, because sometimes this takes a moment. Does it actually say the flavor, the name? It doesn't, but it is. It's called Ramune. Ramune. There we go. Ramune. They again, once they have this in tons of flavors, but obviously I got grape. This is Japanese, and what happens is this. So you can't. There's really no good way for me to show it, but there is a marble up here at the top, and as you can tell, it's not really carbonated right now. And I don't know how this works exactly. Well, actually, you can see the marble at the top here. So what you do is you take this thing that comes on the top of it, you somehow press it down. That pushes the marble into the drink. It's kind of tapered, so it stops here. It doesn't go all the way down at the bottom. It stops at the neck, and somehow that creates a reaction where it carbonates the drink. I don't really understand it, but it does. So let me see if I can. I'm supposed to push this down. I always have problems doing this, though. Let's see if I can get this. I really don't want to break anything. Shit. I may not actually get to drink this. Hold on. Because I think what you're supposed to do, right? Let's push this down this way. Alright. Well, alright. I was afraid that might be a thing. For even more delicious, this drink, chill before drinking. Wow, got a little bit of broken English on the back there. How to open: peel off the seal, lift off the green cap, and push down the center to release the opener. Oh, I'm an idiot. There we go. Yep. All right, that's what I had to do. All right, there we go. All right, now, if I don't. See if I can do this. So you kind of. Sorry, I forgot you had to do that first. See if I can kind of get this. There we go. Against my palm. See if I can do this here. Come on. There we go. So you kind of gotta. You can kind of see where the marble is, and you see where it's starting to bubble now. So there you go. That's Ramune. Anyway, so there we go. Now I finally got the. And since it releases the marble from the top, that actually, you've got a hole now to drink. So. It's not as grapey as the Faygo. It's actually a very, it is grape, but it's a lot more subtle grape. Hold on. Again, pretty light carbonation. Not very sweet, surprisingly. Not really sweet at all. I mean, it is a little sweet, but not much. I would say it might be a little bit of an acquired taste. Just like the more you drink it, the more you kind of taste that grape-ish, but not super grape. So if you're looking for something that's really grapey, I would go towards the Faygo, which I believe the bottle said it's out of Detroit, but I think that's a Midwestern sort of drink. Anybody who, if you watch me from the Midwest, you can kind of tell me if you have that. You enjoy licking yourself? Can you look at me? Oh, thank you. I'll get some kisses. Alright. So, yeah, not one of my favorites. Ramune tends to be a little expensive, so it's not one that I go to often. More just, for fun. And Ramune is, again, something you could find a lot in the U.S. Places that sell Japanese stuff. Like if there's a little Japanese section in your toy store or collectible store, that's the kind of thing that they would have, would be the Ramune. And again, like I said, it comes in a bunch of flavors. Oh, hi. Hi, sweetie. What's up? Sup? Alright, last but absolutely not least, this is the one that I've been dying to try. I've heard people talk about it. Apparently, it is a big thing. I don't know about all of the UK, but at least in England, I know it's a huge thing. Does it say where in particular it's out of? No, it just says UK. But, so I don't know where in the UK. It's a carbonated flavored soft drink, but I don't know what the flavor is. It looks orange, but I don't necessarily know if that is actually orange. It is called Iron Brew. And as much as that sounds like it might be a beer, it is a soda. It's not alcoholic. Recycle me. But yeah, I've seen people in videos, we're try UK things, and they've tried this Iron Brew before, and so that kind of thing. So I'm really, it doesn't look like it's super carbonated. Really down to try this. It does have some carbonation. It did hiss, yeah, it's bubbling a little bit. So doesn't, I mean, it smells like something, but I don't know what in particular. It doesn't smell like orange specifically. It's not orange. Hold on. It's not really sweet. It's almost a little bit more of... There's a drink called Beverly. People who have been to Disney kind of know what I'm talking about, where Beverly is an Italian soda that's used as an aperitif. So it's kind of sweet, but it's got that little bit of bitterness to it, which is supposed to kind of cleanse your palate and like kind of awaken your taste buds. So Italians will often have aperitifs like Campari is alcoholic aperitif, and a lot of times they'll have a little bit of Campari before dinner, and it's supposed to kind of enhance the flavor of foods and such, because it kind of, like I said, it kind of gets your taste buds going. That's kind of what this tastes like, but to a much smaller degree. Not nearly as bitter as like Campari or Beverly, but it's just got that tiny itty bitty little bit of bitterness to it. It's not orange flavored. It's flavored, but I don't know what flavor it is. Are you quite enjoying showing yourself off back there? I don't really know how to explain it. Let's see. What does it actually say? Let's see. Carbonated water, sugar, citric acid, natural and artificial flavor as well. Including... Hold on. Well, let me put the lid back on so I can actually try to tip this and read it. There we go. Including caffeine and quinine. There you go. That's the flavor. Sodium bentonate, aspartame. This is, FC yellow. It does have a little bit of citric acid. So, yeah, it doesn't say what the other natural flavors are. So that's exactly what I'm tasting. So quinine is what you get in seltzer water. That's what gives that seltzer water that particular kind of tang that it has. Is quinine. And that's, why, like in gin and tonics, that's kind of that taste that you get. The gin, and then you get the quinine taste of the tonic. So, that's actually, about right. But it's not as strong. Like, I don't like seltzer water, tonic water, because I don't like that really strong quinine flavor. This is lighter. It's not as strong and in your face, and it's got that little bit of sweetness to it. I mean, I don't think it's orange. It's kind of a, it's a little bit of a fruity sort of flavor, but I don't know what the fruit is specifically. Once again, if there's anybody from the UK, I know there's at least one, maybe two, um, people who watch me from the UK. If you can tell me anything more about this Iron Brew, what the flavor is, kind of, anything about the story behind it, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's got a little bit of a fruity flavor. It's got a little bit of that quinine bitterness to it. But honestly, it's not bad. I mean, I will finish drinking it. Um, it's not strong enough. Like if it was a tonic water, I probably wouldn't finish it. But the fact that it's a soda that kind of has that soda sort of flavor to it, I probably will end up finishing it eventually. I'm gonna have to figure out what of these things I need to. Well, I need to drink the two sodas first, the two grapes, because I can't put the lids back on those. So, but yeah, so that was about that. Wow, that took almost an hour. I did not realize that it was going to take that long. So yeah, that's really about it. That was some of the stuff that I got. I think that was everything food-wise that I got from Jungle Gyms. I did get a couple other things. I got a little toy for Selena because, and I got a bank in the shape of Doctor Strange because, of course I did. Yeah, I think that's about all I got from there. I can't think of anything else. So it was an expensive trip, but it was fun and it was worth it. And I'm glad I brought this stuff back, and I'm glad I tasted it. Like I said, a lot of these things I had tasted before, but I still wanted to talk about them. There were a couple of new ones. The peach was new, even though I tried it in Cincinnati. The squid flavor was new. The violet crumbles were new. What else was new? That particular I've had Bavarian style mustard, but that particular Bavarian mustard was new. The Arnold Palmer gummy snacks were new, which I was kind of disappointed in. I think I don't know if I've had Faygo before. I might have had Faygo before, but the Iron Brew is definitely new. So there's some new stuff. There's some old favorites like the Hobnobs and the Jammy Dodgers, and the Ginger Snaps. Those kind of things are some of my old favorites. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was worth the wait. I hope you guys liked what I was doing, and hopefully it wasn't too bad that I was trying not to eat and talk at the same time, although I kind of did. I'm still thinking about maybe doing a once a month cheese thing. As much as I would love to do it more often, I just think that maybe once a month is probably all I can afford because cheese is expensive. There is a place called Aldi that I think started maybe in Europe and is now over here in the U.S. And so they're kind of they're a grocery store, but kind of a little, I don't know. They specialize in stuff that is off-brand. I mean, they have some on-brand stuff, but they try to keep their prices down by not having a lot of people working, by you bagging your own stuff, by having off-brands. But they do have a really good cheese section, and a lot of times they'll have cheeses that are specific to the season, like during February they'll have like a little heart-shaped cheese, like in the wax, and it'll be like I think it was like a white chocolate raspberry. Oh my god, for 1 October, and I haven't been able to find it since, they had a Transylvanian cave cheese, which was just this super sharp, it wasn't exactly a cheddar, but it was a cheddar-ish, like a super sharp cheese. Was really, really good. So, they would definitely be a good place to go to get different cheeses. Their cheese selection isn't wide, but if they keep getting different cheeses in for seasons, then that could probably keep me going. Alright, I guess I've wandered on enough.